Pretty decent result. I think we
P4. Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish.
last lap was the best one. Kind of cool. All right, so oh fuck me. Oh, you guys didn't even see it. I made the well. That's what happens with my first race back. Let's 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 do a little bit of the replay for you, so you can at least see why I was yelling about. I do really like rewatching these sometimes to see what I can learn from them. And let's see. Unfortunately, I won't see much on this one. All right. Let's just go quickly back. So this is our X. We're in 5th place, about 2 seconds back here. We're lifting, we're lifting, we're lifting, we're lifting. It's just, yeah, you just can't predict where the guy's going to go. And then I yell at the guy.
Well, that was a dickhead move, Aster.
Yeah, it was a dickhead move. When you're a lap down, get the fuck out of the way. I mean, there's just no excuse for it. All right, so there's not much else. I could show. You know what? The let's go back to lap 1. See there, got blocked there. But took it easy, took it easy. There's 2 guys going out, past one of them. There's another 3 guys going out there. Threaded the needle. So at the end of the first lap, I think I was 4.6 seconds back. Made up 5 spots, but lost 5 seconds. Yeah, the rest of the race pretty much played out the way it normally did. Again, the usual caveat is the usual caveat. You know, you get stuck. Yeah, people do that. All right, so here we go. So we did get a little bit of irating, but you can see what I mean. It's just we got a little safety too. It's very hard to get your irating back, whereas if you get taken out or crashed out, pretty much do get destroyed. You know, that's the nature of it. Boom, boom. So I had Neil, who was in the lead for a while. Fastest lap was a got some pace. Perry's a good guys had their accidents. There's the answer. Now I don't know what happened to him, but dude, if your race is compromised, whether it's your fault or not, rule number 1 is don't fuck up anybody else's. The only things I ever protest, quite frankly, are bad re-entries. Like, I don't believe in protesting people who, you know, sort of crash into you. Like, if you're racing, people make mistakes. I make shitloads of mistakes, right? And he was without sin, that whole nonsense. So if somebody crashes into you, let it go. Like, you can, unless it's, you know, if it's hardcore intentional, then I paint their helmet and I get my revenge. I don't bother protesting. The protest system in iRacing broken. The only things you can successfully protest are re-entries and verbal abuse or people that chat abuse. Yeah, if somebody drops that bombs and stuff, I'm protesting them. I just don't want that nonsense in my life or around me anywhere. But if somebody just crashes into you, unless it's, look, and here's the thing about intentional, you know when it's intentional. You just do. After a while, you just know. I mean, there are, let's just say that there's ones you know are intentional, others that may or may not be. But again, I don't even really protest those. I just paint their helmets so I remember who they are. You know, if somebody's a dangerous driver or an irresponsible driver, they get their helmet painted. If they just make mistakes, it's yellow. If they're careless or if they have bad strategy, they go orange. I'll do a video showing you how I paint the helmets. It's drop dead easy. I just haven't figured out how to show that screen without it just being like a big mess. But just keep that in mind. I expect to do one more race. Hopefully that'll go well. But before we leave here, let's just check one thing. Well, it was a 2-star race, so we passed 8 people. So that's our 11th 2-star. We haven't had one of those in a while, so we can't really complain about that too much. So we're going to call that a successful race when all was said and done. Quite frankly, though, I only needed to pass those from starting in 12th. I only needed to get to 2nd. So if I had managed to get past Sam and Robert, and you know who I finished half a second behind after losing 3 seconds on that spin. So like that Assier guy, like I mean, yeah, cost me a 3-star finish. Well, maybe not. You know, quite frankly, perhaps Sam and Robert might have taken me out and 4x'd me on my way past. So maybe he saved me. For all I know, he saved me a 2-star finish. If I see him again, I'll apologize. I don't like yelling at people, but dang it, that's just, there's certain things like what he did there is really protestable. You know, I mean, if you're off track, you can't re-enter the track like that. I know people do. People lose their heads. They're trying, you know, and I've done it too, you know, but I got protested for it. I took my punishment, and I've only done it once since. And that was just, you know, where I honestly thought I could save it, and I didn't. Like, if your race gets ruined, don't ruin anybody else's. Hold the brakes when you spin. Leave with the space. Hold at the brakes. I'm going to start making some t-shirts. Okay. Wow. So anyway, I'm going to stop the stream, which was ruined anyway. I'm going to leave it up, but it's not going to be worth doing. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll trim this down and get it back to the basics. We'll see you guys next race.